what I'm talking about. In the meantime, I got me some Capralises and Wojnarses and Baganskis. I got a Williams and an Ali just to keep it funky. Because commitment knows no color. Kids just want to know that you're committed. They don't care about it. They really don't care. Anything that they are picking on you about, it's just that they're uncomfortable with it. And as soon as you make them understand that, look, Chief, I'm here to help. You know, you can take this help if you want. But it doesn't mean I'm going to go away because you don't take it. When they know you're not going anywhere, when they know you're going to stay with them, you're not going to be like everybody else who comes in and out of their life and, you know, taps in and taps out. When they understand that you're going to be there for them, even if you say I'm only here for a semester or a week, whatever it is, whatever time period you say you're going to be there, that you're there for that full time that you said. You keep your word to them, they'll remember for the rest of their lives. They'll remember for the rest of their lives. I understand what you're asking. Trust me, they're more uncomfortable than you. They really are. All right?
First, I want to say it was nice seeing you on Black in America, which is the first time I've seen you. And then also I read some of your columns in Essence magazine, which was very impressive. But actually a mom, not a college student, but of 3 boys. And one of the problems that I see in the public school now is all the stuff that you've talked about. But in addition to that, there's a separation between maybe kids that are in honors classes and kids that are in just regular average classes. I have a son who's in an honors class, and he's my middle son, so I have my oldest son is just in average classes. Well, when I went to meet with the honors teachers, I noticed that they do a whole lot of extra stuff with these kids. They're really interested. I had a teacher call me for my son who's in an honors class and said, he has a 78%. I really want him to have a B average. I've never had a call like that with my other son. So that's a problem that I have also. Not only that I have a huge problem with the socioeconomic classes being separated. Where we live in one district, there's another district right next to us where there's a lot of rich people and people making a lot of money, and I hear all the time, well, these people are educated, just the same things that you've talked about. Whereas the kids in my school district, we live a town away, 5 minutes, literally. I don't understand the difference between the education we're receiving and the education they're receiving, which are both public schools. So it's sort of like a comment type of question. Just wanted to know your
I'm glad you
thoughts on
recognize
this
that.
thing.
Thank you for sharing. All in all. One. Y'all don't know about that.
We'll take one over there.
Hi.
My name is Shaylin. I'm in high school, I'm only in 10th grade. And I go to a high school, but it's not like the best. But I do pretty well in it. So I just want to know, like, as a peer, as a student, what can I do to help?
That's a great question. Too bad you don't live in Connecticut. I could use some kids like you. There's a lot, Shaylin, that you can do to help. It's important to understand, some of you have studied the civil rights movement. And what's important for you to understand is that most of those people were your age and younger. Most of the people who participated were your age and younger. And what you can, which means that there's something that everyone can do regardless of their age. What you can do, Shaylin, is you first lead by example, which is clear, just a brief moment that you're here, that you are doing. And from that, you can, in doing that, one of the things you'll be doing is making it cool to be smart. And you can also push your teachers. If there's a teacher who doesn't give you homework, they're not doing you a favor. They're really hurting you. They're essentially saying that, you know, I'm not going to teach you anymore. Because all homework is for them is just extra responsibility. When I find teachers don't give homework, they become former teachers. You can make sure that you expect the most of your teacher, that you present yourself as someone who's working hard. Not all of us are perfect, none of us are perfect, and we're all going to struggle at different times, but you can set the example in your school and be a leader on campus. I'm sure that you have student government or something like that. Be present, be visible. Participate in a very positive way, and fight to make sure that the very best is happening in your school. And when you do that, you will have added a great deal to your school.
This is our last question.
Okay.
Good evening, sir. Thank you for being here. My name is Sasha, and I'm actually from Rhode Island. And my question to you is, in a community, I mean, kids normally tend to reflect what they see in their neighborhoods, what they see at home and school. With that said, I know growing up, a lot of our classes, no one actually respected the teacher. There was no, half the time you can't even relate to your teachers. I guess my question to you is, how do you break that barrier between teachers actually teaching, keeping them motivated to teach, and the students understanding that school can be a safe haven for them?
Yeah. Good teachers don't really have that problem. Good teachers don't spend a lot of time with discipline. Of course it happens from time to time. They don't really have to do it that much. A good teacher is like a great salesman. It's like, I got this chemistry. You need this chemistry for your life. It's going to make your life so much better. You get this chemistry in your life. I swear to God, every single day from here forward, you're going to feel better about yourself. And the kids, like, they get a secret, right? They're leaning forward because they want to hear what this is. And that's a good teacher. When the kids are engaged, they're not so willing to do dumb things. And when you have schools, which we find, and again, this is the difference between those schools that are successful and those schools that fail. Those schools that are successful don't want the teachers who have trouble engaging children because it makes everybody else's job really hard. When you have that hole in there, like we wear uniforms at our school, and when it's second period and there's a uniform violation and I'm the one who finds out, that means at least 2 adults have seen that child in the morning. So there's at least 2 adults who have to have a conversation with me and explain to me how come they can't see what I can see. When you have a cadre of good teachers, they make for a really engaging environment. And what I mean by that is most of the time, I mean they're kids. You're kids, you want to have fun, and sometimes fun means goofing and doing things and acting silly, and that's all right. But it can be put back in the box. It can be put back in the box. Sadly, there are so few people who are people of color who've actually gone to good schools. It's sad. If we have generations of Black and Latino people who have just not seen good schools. So it's nothing for us to believe that they really don't exist because we've never seen them. But then there are those of us now who are running them, and we can tell you that they really do exist. And they can be run in those same communities. And when they're running those same communities, you don't have to worry about breaking the barrier because the barrier is broken because you have a building full of adults who care about kids. How do the kids know? Because at 6:30 when they are there in the morning, which is 2 hours before school, they have 25 kids there. And know that teacher was kicking you behind in math class. He said if you come in the morning, he'll work with you, and in fact he's there. Yeah, you might act a little foolish in this class from time to time still because because it's just what you do. You're 15, supposed to do that stuff. But he's equipped to deal with that, and he'll be able to take care of it because he's built a relationship with you. That's what those relationships in the school, like I explained the structure of successful schools, they build relationships. So there's somebody in the school who can pull that child aside, and those disruptive behaviors become minimal. Just a few kids who do it from time to time, and those kids get taken care of. Even those kids get support as well. Folks, you've been amazing. Thank you so much.